Damn, Angel. Damn. Jag the game at the free throw line, man. It's a lot of controversy going on in Chicago. The Sky fans are blaming Tyler Marsh for Angel Reese losing the game at the free throw line and ruining the Chicago Sky's chances of really cutting the lead down to 1 and giving themselves a chance to keep playing and try to get an upset in Phoenix. Angel played a hell of a game, 15 points, 20 rebounds. We cannot poop.
Drama, foul shots, controversy, and a superstar losing her composure at the most crucial moment. Tonight, we're diving deep into the chaos that unfolded during a Chicago Sky game as Angel Reese faced the ultimate test, and it didn't end well. Fans are divided. Was this just a fluke, or is it a pattern of inconsistency that's hurting Reese's career? And most importantly, where does Caitlyn Clark fit into all of this? Stick around as we break down everything you need to know about this fiery situation. When players underperform, the world notices. But when
choke the game away at the free throw line, and the fans are blaming Tyler Marsh. We got all the Sky fans crashing out. They crashing out blaming the coach because Angel Reese missed a free throw at the end of a game. Let's take a look at what's going on. We have Chicago Sky fans blaming Tyler Marsh.
With Angel Reese's potential falters in front of the cameras and a stadium full of fans, it becomes a cultural moment, one that gets replayed across social media, analyzed by experts, and dissected by fans who think they know it all. But today we're asking, is it her fault? Or is there something deeper at play here? Angel Reese, the young star with an unstoppable game, had everyone talking this season. With 15 points, 20 rebounds, she was dominating the court. Her stats were mind-blowing, her effort, relentless. Her comeback from a back injury had fans in awe.
Angel Reese has made her triumphant return from a back injury. That's right, a back injury. Yeah, absolutely, that she had suffered at some point that we don't exactly know at what point she suffered said back injury. Well, it didn't take long for the Chicago Sky as an organization to get back to what it is they do best, which is the diabolical celebration of Angel Reese's double-doubles in lawsuit.
Angel only leading Natasha is wild. So let's look at the list. And I know some people might say, well, Angel was injured for a good portion of the season. So was some people on this list. Who was injured? Fee missed 3 weeks, almost a month time. Miller was gone playing in Eurobasket. Shakira missed a lot of time. Dominique does not play that much. I mean, she's playing more now. But during the beginning of the season, who else is on this list that missed some time? E. Will was on this list. That is shocking. So we get pick and rolls for E. Will, and we get pick and rolls for Camilla, but Angel is, again, second to worst.
Chicago Sky just got defeated by a pretty boring game, too, okay? Even though Angel Reese went off, okay, like she usually does. You know, she got her double-double. She got 20 points, 10 rebounds, I believe. You know, with her stats, it is impressive. But, again, it's like, we are on a decline. This whole team, the entire Chicago Sky as an organization, as a franchise, is on a great decline, okay? And it's controversy. Of course, there's always some controversy surrounding this damn team. And I may make some controversial takes on this, but I believe like a lot of people would like, you know, actually agree with what I got to say about injuries being a point guard, because I'm tired of it. Like it's...
So a lot of people are starting to notice, and honestly, I didn't until I got sent basically not a thread, but like a couple of videos of this happening. And I genuinely think that this could be, you know, this could be not her taking things into her own hands, but this very much could be people in her ear being like, you got to get back to the way she used to be, because Caitlyn Clark slimmed down a lot.
She had the chance to prove she could carry her team to new heights, but in the final moments of a tight game, things went downhill. The free throw miss wasn't just another missed opportunity, it was a moment that encapsulated her lack of composure at a pivotal time. The weight of the game fell squarely on her shoulders, and when the lights were brightest, she couldn't deliver. Suddenly, the conversation shifted. The breakdown wasn't just about the missed shot, it was about the collapse of her mindset under pressure. Could she recover from this, or was it a sign of deeper issues in her game? Let's break it down step by step. In the final seconds of the game, the weight of the entire season was on Angel Reese's shoulders. It was the ultimate moment to show the world that she was ready to carry her team, a chance for her to make a statement after recovering from injury and leading the Chicago Sky through a tough stretch. As the buzzer echoed and the ball hit her hands, the atmosphere was electric. Everyone in the arena knew what was at stake. But in a moment that could have elevated her into legend status, Angel Reese faltered. The missed free throw wasn't just an unfortunate mistake, it was a symbol of the immense pressure she was under. The crowd's excitement quickly turned to gasps of disbelief as the ball rimmed out, leaving the game hanging by a thread. For a player of Reese's caliber, this was a crossroads, a chance to rise above the weight of expectations or crumble beneath them. Let's dig deeper into this miss. Reese's performance all season had been stellar, 20 points, 15 rebounds, showing up in big moments. But in this crucial instance, the mental strength wasn't there. What makes a player great is not just their physical abilities but their ability to handle pressure and maintain poise in critical moments. Reese had the physicality, the skill set, and the talent. But what happened to her composure in that moment? The free throw was her chance to cement her legacy, but instead, it became a glaring symbol of why consistency and mental toughness are often the defining factors in a star's career. This moment wasn't just about the scoreboard anymore. It became a story about the difference between potential and execution. And what Reese did, or didn't do, at that moment will likely follow her for a long time, whether she can bounce back from it or not. The aftermath of Reese's miss was just as dramatic as the shot itself. As soon as the ball fell short, fans erupted in frustration, and the blame game began. Social media exploded with reactions, and fans of the Chicago Sky quickly turned on their star player, demanding answers. But here's the thing, Reese's collapse wasn't just a one-time event, it was part of a growing pattern, and fans were finally at the tipping point. While some chose to blame Tyler Marsh, the head coach, for not guiding Reese through the pressure, others immediately pointed fingers at Reese herself. Was it her lack of mental fortitude that caused the miss? Or was the pressure of living up to the hype too much for a player who's still relatively new in her career? This drama wasn't just happening on the court anymore, it was spilling over into the stands and onto social media. The reality is, Angel Reese is one of the most talented players in the league. But when a superstar fails to perform at the highest level when it counts, it shifts the conversation. Fans are quick to demand perfection, especially when the stakes are so high. The funny thing is, this type of drama is almost expected in sports. The rising tension, the inevitable mistakes, and the ultimate breakdown are what drive the storylines that people keep coming back to. But in Reese's case, it wasn't just about a missed shot, it was about her mental strength under pressure and the growing divide between expectations and reality. And of course, the media played its part too. Journalists, analysts, and fans alike began tearing apart every aspect of Reese's performance. The criticisms were harsh, from pointing out her lack of poise to questioning her leadership abilities on the court. These weren't just observations, they were attacks on her credibility as a top-tier player in the league. The narrative wasn't just about her mistakes, it became about who or what to blame. Was it bad coaching? Was it a fluke? Or was it something deeper, like Reese's inability to handle pressure? The media storm surrounding Angel Reese's missed free throw wasn't just about the game anymore. It became a national headline, and everyone had an opinion. Critics quickly piled on, citing how a player of Reese's caliber should have been able to maintain composure under pressure. But it didn't stop there. The ripple effect of her mistake touched everything from social media to locker room conversations. What had started as an exciting, intense moment in a game soon turned into a media circus that overshadowed everything else. It's always fascinating how quickly the narrative can shift. One second, Angel Reese was being lauded for her incredible double-double performances, and the next, she was the center of blame for her team's failure. The media can be unforgiving, and they didn't hold back. Sports journalists and commentators picked apart her game, dissecting every decision, every movement on the court, and more importantly, the pressure she was under. This wasn't just about one miss, it was about everything leading up to it. Her injury comeback, the weight of expectations, and the fact that she didn't handle the moment the way a superstar should. In some ways, the media frenzy revealed a darker side to the world of sports. We saw a dichotomy between fans wanting to build their heroes up, only to turn on them the moment they falter, and the desperate need for a narrative. The media and fans need someone to blame, someone to point at and say, that's the reason we lost. Angel Reese found herself at the epicenter of that blame, but as fans quickly learned, this isn't just a game, it's a stage, and the players are performers under constant scrutiny. Every misstep is magnified, and every victory is barely enough to silence the critics for long. Now, Angel Reese's response to all of this chaos is what truly defines her character. The young player wasn't going to be silent in the face of mounting criticism. She spoke out on social media and directly called out the referees for their inconsistency, drawing a line between her team's struggles and the officiating. But it wasn't just about the officials. Reese's words ignited a firestorm of debate, and suddenly, the focus was on her emotions and her ability to handle the pressure. There's a fascinating dynamic at play when a star athlete speaks out, especially one like Angel Reese, who had been previously seen as an emotional and somewhat fiery presence on the court. Her comments about the referees weren't just about the bad calls, they were about the disrespect she and her teammates felt, the lack of recognition they had been given throughout the season. In calling out the officiating, Reese wasn't just venting frustration, she was challenging the system that she felt had been unfairly stacking the deck against her team. But publicly defying authority in this way comes with consequences, as we saw when her comments put her at risk of heavy fines.
Would have been prior
Still,
to
for
this
Reese,
loss,
this moment of defiance was more than
like
just a
15 and
protest. It was an
31
assertion of
when
her
she
place
gets a
in the league,
double-double.
a declaration that she wouldn't let herself be silenced.
Yeah,
It's this fire
over
that makes Reese
15
both
games
compelling
under
and divisive.
500?
On one hand,
When
it's
she
clear
gets
that
a
she's a
double-double,
player who
y'all
can
out
flip
here
a game on its head,
celebrating this?
changing the course of any match with her
I'd
drive
be
and talent.
embarrassed
On
as
the
a
other,
mother
she's a
fleeper.
player whose
I'm just-
emotions sometimes
I'd be
get the best of
embarrassed
her,
as
and
hell.
that tension makes her unpredictable.
course,
But let's be
Angel
real,
Reese last
sports are
night,
built on
she was deep in her
unpredictability,
bag.
and Reese's
Woo-wee!
unapologetic attitude
I mean,
is what sets
brought a
her apart from
backpack with
others
her.
in the league.
Put
But
it
here's the
down,
real kicker.
started
This isn't
reaching
just
in it,
about Reese
and
anymore.
pull it
This
out
is
the
about
whiffs,
the
let me
WNBA
tell
as a
you.
whole, a league at a crossroads. The fall of Angel Reese's moment from hero to villain didn't just damage her personal image, it exposed cracks in the foundation of the league. What happened next was inevitable. The fallout from the media frenzy reached every corner of the basketball world. The spotlight, once a tool to celebrate her incredible rise, was now focused on everything that went wrong. The WNBA
So
had a choice:
lot of
address the
people
systemic
are
issues that
starting
have
to
plagued the league
notice,
for years,
and
such as
honestly,
the
I
inconsistent
didn't
officiating and favoritism
until
towards
I
star
got
players,
sent
or continue to
a,
suppress those
I got sent
conversations
basically
with
not a
fines and
thread, but like a
silencing
couple of
tactics.
videos
Reese's outburst
of this
forced the
happening,
WNBA
and
to
I
confront
genuinely
uncomfortable
think
truths about its relationship
that
with players,
this
especially when they
could
dare
be,
to
you
question
know,
the fairness of officiating.
this could be
The league's response to
not
this
her
public
taking into
backlash was
things into
swift,
her own
but it
hands.
lacked substance.
But this
Instead
very
of
much could
addressing
be
the real
people in her ear
concerns
being
raised
like,
by
you
Reese
gotta
and
get back
others,
to the way
the
she used to be,
WNBA
because
chose to punish
Caitlyn
players
Clark
for
slimmed
speaking
down a
out,
lot.
sending the message that dissent was not welcome. As the spotlight continues to shine on the WNBA, it's clear that the league needs to change. For every superstar it produces, there's another player feeling ignored or pushed aside by an old-school system that favors spectacle over substance. The league can't afford to ignore this for much longer, especially as its popularity grows. The fallout from Reese's collapse wasn't just a singular moment, it was a wake-up call for the league to stop sweeping issues under the rug. And now, let's take a step back and look at what happens next for Angel Reese. She's caught in a perfect storm. One mistake, a vocal outburst, and suddenly the whole basketball world is questioning her future. This isn't just about her talent, it's about her ability to bounce back, to rise above the drama, and prove that she can handle the weight of being a superstar. Here's where things get interesting. Reese's future is in her hands, but not just because of her game, it's about how she handles the pressure. Can she channel the adversity into something positive, or will the chaos continue to follow her? If she can regain control, and if she can learn to handle her emotions in the heat of the moment, Reese has the potential to redefine the narrative around her career. But as of now, the pressure is only mounting. Her team is struggling, her reputation is in flux, and the spotlight on her is brighter than ever. If Reese can step up and prove she's more than just her mistakes, she could go on to become one of the league's most respected stars. The key question, though, is whether she can keep her head clear under the pressure and whether she can silence the critics who say she doesn't have what it takes. If she can learn to embrace her strengths while managing her emotions, Reese could very well overcome this setback and take her career to new heights. But right now, it's still uncertain. If she does rise to the challenge, expect the WNBA to see a new kind of star, one who can handle adversity on and off the court. It's the kind of story that fans love, and it's the kind of drama that will keep everyone watching. Reese's future is in her hands, and if she can regain her composure, there's no telling just how far she can go. But the clock is ticking, and the next chapter in this saga is just beginning.